We had an accident that was blocking the right side of the freeway. All lanes have reopened. 51st Avenue to Tatum, a 24-minute drive time. We round things out by taking you to the west side. You are looking at a 44-minute drive time. And as we bring you back here to the Broadway curve, bring in April here, it's going to be an extra long commute for everybody who's watching us from the East Valley. So maybe like a good mug that keeps your hands warm. You can put your hands on there every once in a while you're driving.
It's a good idea, yeah. And if you're lucky and you have those seat warmers in your car, it's one of the few mornings a year here in Arizona you might actually want to take advantage of those. Everyone's going to be cranking the heater, I think, both in their car and their home this morning. Coldest temperatures of the season so far have been the last couple of days here in the valley. This morning, no exception. Temperature tracker shows it's going to take us a while to warm up. In fact, we might even be a little bit cooler here in the next hour before we start to warm it up a little bit. By 10 a.m. back to the 40s. By this afternoon, we're back in the mid to upper 50s. This is pretty close, 57 to where we topped out yesterday afternoon. However, still at 10 degrees below normal for us for this time of year. Typically, late January brings us into the upper 60s. We won't see that, though, for the next couple of days. A cool evening ahead, and tonight into tomorrow morning under these clear skies, we may be even colder to kick off your Friday morning. That colder air filtering in here from the north. We've got a low pressure system, a trough pushing by to the north. No rain or snow with that for Arizona, but the temperature or the pressure gradient that is setting up between this trough and high pressure trying to build in from the west is going to bring us some breezy conditions as we head into your Friday. Let's take a look at Futurecast. You'll see we're going to see clear skies, lots of sunshine for your Friday, but it's going to be pretty windy, especially in western Arizona. Keep that in mind if you've got travel plans. On Saturday, the winds ease up and the temperatures begin to warm back up. 26 your high today in Flagstaff, 36 for Prescott and 40 for Payson. We'll be in the 50s here in the deserts of the state. Overnight lows again will be pretty cold tomorrow morning, single digits in parts of the high country. Here in the valley, about 36 before we warm it back to the upper 50s. Breezy tomorrow, but lighter winds again for the weekend. And look at this nice warm up. It takes us to the upper 60s by Sunday and Monday, even low 70s possibly for the start of the Phoenix Open.
To the wearer's breathing rate that sends signals to the graphene material on the dress, making it
is absolutely incredible. Melissa Benoit was born with cystic fibrosis and her lungs were so infected it spread throughout her entire body. Doctors said she had hours to live, so they removed her lungs and kept her alive with a machine.
Obviously, there's some breaks in that traffic flow, but it is slow, and it's well below the speed limit for a good portion of that morning commute. I-17, all of you that are headed out on this one, still pretty rough out there. Southbound at Cactus, we've got a crash there. We have another one at Camelback. Delays in between those two accidents, and they continue down through the Durango curve over toward the split transition. One more, actually two more for you. We've got this one still is pulled off to the right shoulder. That's westbound on the 10 at the 143 transition, and then a new one on the northbound lanes of the 101. This one's pulled off to the side, but it's there at Guadalupe, and it is starting to affect traffic, or has affected traffic, I should say. There you have it. That's a close shot of the northbound lanes of the 101 there, and it's barely moving. This is a little bit further to the south around Elliott, but it gives you a good idea that from the Chandler Boulevard area all the way up toward Tempe, it's going to be a little slow out there.
Okay. All right. 8:06. Let's toss it over to Ron with some of this morning's other headlines. Hi, Ron.